here, some things just go better together, like peanut butter and jelly, Romeo and Juliet, Holmes and Watson, and now Fido and the Huawei P30 Lite. This new pairing means you can get the Huawei P30 Lite with its triple lens camera at Fido for $0 after eligible trade-in on select 2-year plans that also get you 5 extra hours of data at no added cost. Now that's a game-changing relationship. Conditions apply. Fido, go get it.
So much of life is about what you can't do. Don't pick your nose in public. Don't post selfies in the bathroom. Don't eat snacks while you swim. It's also restrictive. But with a free 30-day trial of Spotify Premium, you can do exactly as you please. Pick and skip any song you like, whenever you like. It's all up to you. Tap the banner to learn more.
Would you rather we run Winston? Doesn't matter to me.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. Let's shoot for a new high score. Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Enemy is here.
Enemies reviving. Get through this. Healing enough. Time to raise my APM.
Okay, sorry about that.
Just when I started a comp game too.
This game took forever. It was a survive with friends. They were just, I had to play Super Link to win. Jeez.
Alright. Do I just... What time is it? Oh shit.
Back in the game.
It just passed the 1 minute mark.
God damn it. It's okay. You can finish it.
I don't know how long it'll be.
Be alright. Jesus Christ, dude, this game is so hard. I'm playing a bad killer, and they're all communicating with each other, and they all have stupid good perks. Oh, okay. 4K though. A lot of juggling involved.
Bailing out.
Okay. I don't feel like I played amazing that scrim, because I already did a self VOD review of it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That was... I didn't like that scrim very much.
Nah, neither did I. But that's why we have reviews. Are you doing it through Twitch?
Yeah, I'm just streaming it.
Okay.
Nerf this.
I just
You
got
did
a
great.
3k to remake. I was
Oh
just
my.
I was just DMing soldier ult, and then I just let him shoot me because I ran out of DM, so it was like, I'll just remake. And I got a 3k and I just won a...
Okay. Dying to remake bomb is probably the saddest.
It was a
Saddest
3k.
thing.
And they would have won too. It was like a 6v1 and then I got 3 of them.
You want 2CP?
Yeah, I'm in Paris.
Ugh, Paris.
I like Paris.
You do? Really?
Yeah,
Boosters engaged.
it's interesting.
I don't like Paris first point. I like second. I think second point's cool.
Time to raise
Especially
my
since you can break the Omnic server.
justice.
Something tells me though that Havana is not going to be a goats map. Havana's probably going to be dive. Just looking at the prospect of, unless they, what if they make a new game mode? You escort
Yeah, I was
first,
gonna say
then
escort and-
capture the point.
Yeah, I was thinking about that like on other when they release other maps, like I don't know, maybe Rialto. I was thinking about it, but I do remember thinking about that before.
That'd be kind of cool. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I would too.
Game needs a new game mode,
Got one.
even though it's basically this. It's basically hybrid, just backwards.
Yeah,
You know?
but it'd still be different.
No.
Yeah. That means you get to use the payload discover probably. Be kind of cool.
Routing power to forward barrier.
What would they call it? backwards hybrid.
Fuck. I was kind of hoping to do it again.
It didn't work.
No. I didn't get bomb in time.
Score 0-2.
Not gonna lie, I really like the image, like the live soon thing. Like I always use it.
I don't ever use the live soon one.
Select your hero.
I use the top bar of the layout. I don't use the bottom because I don't stream enough.
Yeah, I haven't fixed everything or like set up everything. But I'm actually able to stream like actual gameplay without going
Let's
below 50 FPS. So
Heck yeah.
And
On a
50
laptop?
yeah, 50
What?
is like 50 is like my limit. If it drops below 50, then it's like really noticeable and it affects my gameplay, and I can't. It's really frustrating.
No dying on my watch.
But anything above 50, like a stable 50, I can work with. Why? Is that like a lot? Do you expect that to be like?
For a laptop? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I mean, if you're running Overwatch at the same time, right?
Yeah.
If you if you have a gaming laptop, I guess it's not crazy.
I
But just like a
usually
normal laptop.
I usually have like BattleNet open, Spotify open, like a couple tabs or something, and while running Overwatch, like without streaming, and I get like over 100 frames. So
Huh.
yeah, it's usually not bad. But it usually sits around 50 to 60 when I stream. So as long as it doesn't go below that, I'm good. Which it does on occasion. But
Fully healed.
Someone at my school found out that I was that I played for Oregon, and on the feature board, this is this thing that my school does to like recognize student accomplishments. They had my Twitch stream, and I'm like, I was like, I don't use that, but all right, whatever.
that's pretty funny.
Yeah. I was like, you can't say how
Could be worse.
I've done literally anything else. You put my
I did not talk about Smash or anything. Like
No, they put my fucking Twitch stream over once. That's the funniest thing.
even though you don't stream.
Nope. I mean, I do every now and then when like my friends are watching me play. But I mean, I think I'd be okay at streaming because like I always have something to talk about. I can always think of something.
Yeah,
But it's so much effort to stream.
it really is.
It's pretty exhausting.
I mean, I could just talk forever, but like I don't want to. I don't enjoy doing it. Like, even when I'm talking, like constantly talking about reviews, it's so tiring that I just don't enjoy it as much. I'm like, I need water. Let me take a break.
Let me take a break.
Let them out.
You think we make playoffs? I think we make playoffs.
I'm withholding judgment.
I think we at least make top 32. I think that's I think we do
Depends
that.
who we play.
Give us more 4.4 teams, because for some reason we can beat them. That's fine.
Well, the thing is, Boundless and there was like 5 or 6 teams I looked and I was like, shit, we do not want to play them.
Boundless, Paradigm, Baranow,
Baranow's on there.
New England Whalers,
Whalers, S4. Though that would be
S4.
closer, but I still don't want to.
yeah, it's like that 4.6 team, NSML.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're like top of the 7-1 teams, and Boundless is second top, and we're last. So I'm hoping they don't do it like top plays top and last plays, or
Gosh, keep it.
top plays last or whatever.
Well, it could be
I
worse.
never thought I'd say this, but freaking please keep it Swift or Swiss format.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't like
I
it
think-
when it's against your favor, but when it is your favor, you want it.
I think we can beat some of the higher level teams.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can.
My issue is
Got you good
the
as
other
new.
playoff teams.
I feel like I'm not allowed to comment on that stuff because I don't want to be like, yeah, we're.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to
blame you
say
if you
one
don't
way or
think-
the other.
I don't blame you if you don't think there are, because I mean, 3 teams, right? And there's like 30-something 7-1 teams, so we're bound to play somebody like. We're probably gonna have to upset somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
so,
gonna have to look for an upset.
But I mean, I think it's doable.
That's Roadhog. Fight me, Farah.
We play Roadhog into the team we need to upset. They'll never expect it.
Yeah, exactly.
They won't know how to beat Halt Hook because Andrew doesn't for some reason.
He always tries to eat it like as it triggers, and I'm like, you can't eat it then. You have to eat it while it's traveling.
To be fair, I saw him try to eat this Halt one time, and it was in his DM for like half of the time it was traveling, and it just didn't eat. I was like, oh, okay.
Alright, real quick game. Alright. First held.
You guys roll
First point held. Hold.
Easy first one hold.
Yeah. Alright, let's turn this off. Alright, let's go over to window.
I need to sleep Somber more out of EMP.
Alright, I'll be skipping through a bunch of this. Just because some of it I really don't like, and we'll just whatever.
Oh
It
gosh.
doesn't matter, and it's not gonna be
Is it like
useful to you.
team fundamental rather than just me?
Some of it's just like, why the fuck are you guys playing that comp against their comp, or whatever. Because this is the one where you guys ran Brian, Zarya, McCree, Tracer, Lucio, Zen, and like just weird shit like that. And it's like,
yeah, we didn't really play our normal good.
Yep. So, are you on my stream?
Okay, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Turn my Spotify down slightly.
Oh, Danny's watching.
Danny's watching?
Yeah, apparently.
Huh. Danny, you're a bot burger. No, I'm kidding. Wait, was that the one where I just knew that Danny wanted Nano and I gave it to him and he got like a 5k?
This was Junkyard Boys' game.
Oh my. Yeah. We're gonna roll them.
Yeah. This is,
Time to mute that, because I don't like hearing myself sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Alright, I'm here.
Alright, so Wei Zhang first. This is where, okay, so VOD reviews is where I would want like a second monitor so I can look at like some of my quick notes. But like, I just have to like, tab.
Build a second screen on your laptop.
I wonder if I could split screen it and then only have it record the. I could probably do that.
You probably could. I don't know. Well, I know how to split screen it, but I think you'd have to make a new OBS for it.
Well, no, I could have the. I don't. It doesn't matter. Anyway, VOD review.
Okay, this was when we played. I'm gonna be honest. I have no clue how to play this.
That's fair.
Yeah, because we don't ever really play it. Run away!
Yeah, so if he's on Moira, basically means you can just, you don't have to like peel for him as much, and you can play more aggressive with the tanks. And like look to pressure people out and shit, because you can just do whatever you want. You can be more independent.
The quality of the stream. Oh, the quality's at 720 off the spot.
I need to turn up the quality.
Oh, okay.
Because it's on, I don't know, it always sets still to like 360 for some reason. Default. Instead of just like auto. Alright, that's a bit better. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better. Oh yeah, I said everyone teabag Devin. I was worried I was gonna die when I saw that Sombra. I thought the ball was gonna slam me.
Wait. Why don't we push the Sombra? She's left Mega.
Goblin got farmed again.
Yeah, but I don't have jumping on that.
Do we switch? Please tell me we switch.
I don't remember. So one thing, like, this is a very situational thing, but like something you can work on and just like practice whenever. And it's not like super relevant to anything that's going on here, but I just was just thinking about it. So when you're wall riding, right? So speeding to get the momentum, but like while you're mid-air, you can swap to heals, right? And then swap back so you keep the momentum. Plus you're doing a little bit of healing.
Yeah.
So like you can practice that and work on that a little bit if you want something mechanics wise to work on. But that was just a little thing that I was thinking about while I was watching this.
I feel like my Lucio's gotten a lot better, especially in the goat spear, dude. You didn't see the best meat drop ever yesterday, okay? I literally wall rode over the Rhine Shatter and beat it as the bomb exploded and saved it.
Oh
gosh, we're probably dead.
I'm ulting.
Why are we pushing through when the other Fair's dead?
Fair's dead. Goblin hacked her.
She's filled.
Yo, I didn't hit it. I'm on mission, I'm on mission.
I didn't get EMP'd, but the McCree had flash.
Okay, well, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping.
This is the weird one.
Yo, I didn't hit
Okay.
I'm just gonna skip through all this.
Oh, that was like max range flash, damn. I probably should have known that he'd stay there though, just because I shot at him before. Figured he would have backed up though after that.
The Sombra's last one.
Do I need to talk about anything in this fight?
I'm going in 3, 2, 1. I'm jumping.
I'm bombing.
I'm on the 3. Go outside the point. Go outside.
Oh yeah, I did want to mention, like, I don't know if this map it was like bad, but like your aiming was pretty bad on Lucio. So like, I don't know, just like there are times where you like miss like every shot plus a boop and your melee on people.
Oh,
Like they're
man.
at range for boop and melee, and then you just miss all your shots or something.
I think this scrim is also when I kept having really bad frame drops because for some reason my ping kept spiking. This scrim.
That might be it then.
Yeah, because normally like I think if this is the map that I'm thinking, it's where the Mercy is 1 HP and the Sombra comes out of Translocator and is also 1 HP and anti. And I don't kill either.
Maybe I don't remember quite.
Yeah.
I just remember you missing a bunch of shots. So I was gonna say like, go practice like hitting shots off of boops and shit like that. If you don't do that
I have
already.
I have something for setup in Kovacs for that.
Okay. But like yeah, you can set up a custom game just to practice booping and then hitting shots while they're like midair falling or whatever. I don't know if you can do that in Kovacs. I don't really use it, but if you can,
Yeah,
use that.
you can do nutty stuff in Kovacs. I have a gun for Nana. I have Lucio gun. I set up a few more. I set up a soldier one. She told me to choose. How did she get off?
So like that, like there were just a lot of
Yeah. How did she not get off the map though? That guy.
No, you're fine.
Alright,
Minefield and Nano back.
if they come bridge, I'm gonna EMP.
They might have high noon and EMP.
So if you're not so if you're not looking to farm beat or you're not like following up on damage or anything, you should also be spy checking.
Spy checking, yeah.
Unless like you're specifically hiding, you're trying to be like really sneaky about it, then don't shoot because don't want to give away your position.
Did I call they had EMP? I think.
Yeah, we did. I checked.
He's at 80.
Ball's in white room.
So like those shots gave away your position.
Yeah.
I don't know where they.
He's hacked, he's hacked, he's hacked.
I think he's just still white bridge right now. Oh, never mind. He's right. Oh my god, my aim. Okay. I hit like
Okay,
4
and
for
this
12. Is this the saddest time ever?
Yeah, so you're missing a bunch of shots. And then
Scared.
here, okay, so here you get super greedy. And we know they have EMP, they haven't used EMP.
They have EMP and I get on point. I get EMP,
Yeah.
don't I know?
Yeah, you tunnel vision and we don't get beat off.
Yeah,
So,
I wanted the Pharah.
yeah, so you need to trust your team to shoot the Pharah or play outside of point or play in the
Play
windows.
farther away.
You can play in the windows too, which is also pretty good.
Man.
But yeah, tunnel vision.
Kill something. Anything.
And then we don't get value. And I don't think you gotta beat off all map.
We had too many
So-
targets.
Because I built
We
it
didn't
at
kill
the
any of
last fight, basically.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
I
only
didn't
took
use it.
targets off the Pharah as soon as she got named.
I hate multi DPS guns. You know. Did I not hit Devon? It's probably just outside of reach.
Yeah. Well, it's better to use beat and have it stripped to force out EMP than to just not use it, right?
Not use it at all. At least I'll get some value, I guess.
Pharmacy.
What do we play here? Yeah, I think this is okay. You're gonna see the most Papega thing later.
Whatever. I won't talk about comp stuff on this map.
The shared mega.
I didn't like
And
our
our
comp.
mega does it.
It's fine comp, but it's not good against their comp.
Yeah.
Like it's like Sommerfair is a decent comp, especially against like goats or some shit, but like not against triple. The way they're running it, like
I'm waving at the wall, dude.
Especially if they're running Mercy Anna, we just fucking isolate Anna and kill her, right? And we can't. And
Yeah.
it's harder for us to do with this comp.
Bumping you.
And we'll talk about comps later, especially on
So wait,
races.
When the Mercy and Anna are pocketing each other and with nade, do we? I don't think we get a kill there at all, do we? We just
Well, when they're
we'd have to
pocketing
back
each
up
other,
probably.
shoot Mercy.
When they're pocketing each other, you shoot Mercy.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
I guess because it's up to the Anna to hit the shots
yeah.
at that point.
Because you can block Anna's shots, you can't block beam,
Yeah.
right? Right. You can DM it, you can bubble it, she can miss, you can body block. Like there's all sorts of stuff you can do, right? So target Mercy, which you guys don't do sometimes, which is frustrating.
I have no cooldown right now. I'm trying to take green back. Yeah, hold green, hold green.
Clips it.
I've opened 3.
Okay. So also we've talked about controlling space against quad and triple, which you guys don't do well this map. But also if we're playing a comp like this, where you're not really peeling for anyone,
I should go in with the dive.
you should go in with a dive. But also like later on,
I'm alone, I need help. No sleep. I mean, sleeping.
it's like that's fine. Devin shouldn't be playing there anyway.
Mercy.
Moved him away.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
My nade.
Like we shouldn't be playing in the garden area. We should either be pushing them in the courtyard or playing point.
Playing point.
But I'd rather us just fucking push them.
Play courtyard, because then they don't get the damage angles. Like they set up all their damage angles for free here.
Fair, I said fair.
But later on, there was one of Devin's perfect bubbles.
Oh my god. Whoa.
Oh, that's there.
I'm dead. I'm dead already.
Yep.
Pocket up fair.
Me.
That's
okay, we still I think. Oh no, Dano died.
Okay, so here, this is more what I wanted to look at. So, I don't think he's speeding back. No, okay. So we're playing at the chokes. Are you caught up?
Yeah, I'm caught.
Okay, so you're in the garden area right now, green area. We should be playing at chokes where our tanks are. But with our comp, you're allowed to play more aggressive, and you can be like up there too.
On their high ground.
Yeah, you can be up there on the high ground with Devin. Right? You go back and get Dana, which is fine. Right. But if you're up there with Devin, that makes it harder for him to get forced off, and then you can boop people away, especially with like the boop changes, right?
Yeah.
Like if like a diva tries to fly up there or something, you can just like boop her away. Doesn't matter. So play more aggressive.
What the?
Is this the Pepega? No, dude. I hate watching. Wait, no, that's fine. Okay, now this is a big mistake. Me playing outside. I think I died. Wait, I never
Probably.
really beat him.
Oh, this is okay. So this is one of the situations where I was like,
Oh my!
what's going on with your aim?
Did I just shoot 16 shots and miss all 16?
Yeah, I think so.
Holy crap! I'm boosted.
Wait, this might be winnable.
I think it's also because I don't.
Okay,
I need to just. I think I just need to grind him in Kovacs. Dude, what is happening? What is happening? Yeah. Okay, that was.
This is what quad and triple evolve down to. Just fucking scrappy ass fights that don't mean anything.
Why is it? My aim is only decent when it's slightly counted.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
This.
on a man. I'm gonna create an ISOD.
Suicide, some back on the outside.
Off my map.
Yeah, I can't bother that.
I press E, dude. Can you res him?
I'm on the
And we kind of just win because ult advantage and point presence because they don't have tanks.
And their Sombra really messed up
Summer
shit.
coming back with EMP. Summer coming back with EMP.
Junkyard boy. This is gonna be easy. Oh, never mind. So that wasn't the Pepega. Okay.
What is this?
My aim is just.
This was
terrible.
the Pepega comp.
support line. What are
Okay,
you doing?
so normally we just run goats, so I assumed we were running goats.
Wait, why didn't you
And
go
then
there?
we were on McCree Tracer, and I was like,
I thought we were going
it's too late.
Delicious.
This is when they ran. Oh my god, this is when they run the freaking East Coast special on us.
These are like the comps that they tried to run were like my comps. Like
Pocket strats.
literally theory crafted like comps like this. On one of the other maps, it's literally mine, except I would have chosen like a Zen over a Mei or something because they only have one support or something weird, or like a Ana Zen or something.
I don't exactly know how to play this movie.
Doesn't matter.
No.
But they're literally playing comps that I would like theory craft just randomly.
Turbo J Silly's
Huh.
My game's having a stroke.
And then they switch back to ball.
Yeah.
I can hold those.
Shit behind still.
We can't hold choke because we're playing Lucio Zen.
We still could.
You think we could?
Yeah. It's their comp. Yeah.
Someone, push her up.
Big
Turbo J Silly, Turbo J Silly, Silly on it.
This
I
actually
wasted
matter because their comp is just actually garbage here.
Missy.
Freeze on me. I'm
Yo.
Like,
I got speed Andrew back.
Speed Andrew back.
there's like
Okay.
no synergy in there.
Oh, that was slightly better aim.
Okay, yeah, but also I have a problem with this. So you amp back to get Andrew on Zarya.
Yeah.
Instead of just
You
wall
think I should
riding.
have?
You
Think I should have
wall
just
ride.
saved it and
Yeah.
then amped it back with me?
Because you still,
I still would have probably gotten there.
yeah, it's still about the same time if you're wall riding properly and like you get Andrew back to the fight faster, right? Because you can't wall ride his back, so you can't go as fast back to the point with Andrew, right? So it's better to have it amped on the way back, but you have to make sure you use it early on, like just as they're getting out of spawn. That way you have
Yes,
it
that way
as
I
soon as
have it
possible.
when white starts.
Boop.
Ball
You'll
back
see it in
there.
a second.
Wait, what?
Boop the ball into the corner.
Boop. You want? Oh, well, I didn't want to boop him because we stunned him.
I know,
You
but
want me to
then
boop him?
I
Oh,
want,
boop him now. Okay.
yeah,
Oh man.
he got his shield off and then he
'Cause-
got away. Well, you guys ended up
Wait,
killing
no.
him, but like,
Yeah, Goblin
Yeah.
has good aim.
Yo, that's a Honda,
He's
Dano.
one.
yeah, but it could have been sooner, but it's fine.
They're gonna rush.
Wait a minute, I'll take it a minute. Push up.
Wait, why did I amp? What am I doing?
Hold.
I don't know. You were up 1-1 to push advantage. I don't really care, because
I'm hacked.
like, what is their comp gonna do about it? Nothing. Like,
I'm gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
should be farming beat.
I think this was also before I changed my sense.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I dropped mine to 0.5.
Because we don't have Goblin here. I just want
Okay. I need to react to this.
There's a lot of time you could be spent in spamming chokes more and like trying to farm beat.
I'm just scared of Sombra, dude.
Yeah,
I'm always scared of Sombra. I don't know why. I
Okay.
just.
yeah, it's fine. Are you caught up? You're caught up, right?
Yeah, 12
Okay.
17.
So here you don't have beat. We call that the AVP. So Dano's gonna go play split, and you're gonna play split too, kind of, which is fine. The main point that I wanted to make about farming ults is wall ride up to shoot down through choke. That way it's harder shot, less predictable shot for Hanzo, because he already body shot you once. So don't be less predictable with wall riding, right? To get more creative angles.
I'm really good about that against goats, not against other comps though.
Yeah.
I'm such a bitch when it comes to other comps. Honestly, I'm always like super scared. Like if a sniper ever kills me, I'm always playing in fear of them.
Also, you're playing too far from Dano. Like, I know you guys are playing split, but like,
I
so
have to
you're
be within range to peel first.
Yeah.
So.
like,
So I should be like where Andrew is ish.
well, you should be like, even if you're just playing like in the middle of point, that way you can speed back and get him, right?
Yeah.
Because that's totally fine.
Oh, they got the hack off one.
Yeah, and they still have EMP.
Yeah. So they probably win this fight. Want to see a way we win this?
No, I don't think you do.
I'm gonna die. I need help.
I think you do. Can't remember that.
Better.
No, you guys don't.
Okay,
I really thought that more people would have been alive. To be honest.
No support.
He's on Flash! What a champ!
And then there was the sleep dragon, and then Andrew got slapped.
got staggered until like 50 probably or something. 'Cause that's normally what happens. Oh, until like 58.
Oh, this was also.
Wait, I got him!
This is actually a really good grab. Make sure you're boop meleeing into grabs. For AoE damage, max AoE damage.
It's 55 damage.
Like, if they don't have like, the only reason that I can think of off the top of my head where you shouldn't be like boop meleeing into it is if they have like trance up or something, and you're trying to burst someone through trance, and then you just like fucking headshot them with your left click, right?
Yeah.
But if not, just to get the boop with the AoE and then the melee AoE to max damage it.
See, that's why we don't play.
We'll grab bomb.
Dude, that grab though, you got
Into the bomb.
It was a good grab.
Did I kill Santa? Yeah.
Oh, Danny said shut up.
What?
A little
Listen
while
here.
ago, I don't know. I don't pay attention to chat enough.
Yeah, who plays the bunker there? That's so weird.
Is he? What's his Twitch?
Skilled box.
Okay. He's not in here.
Why are we playing Lucio? Okay. Because Dano.
What do we play here? Oh gosh.
Yeah, they have Hanzo.
Did I have a problem with this? Whatever. It's like,
This is actually
we know that they're gonna run this thing.
this comp.
I just think you guys have a hard time counter picking non-goats
Oh, yo,
comps.
Bar's on me hardcore. Bar's in the backline hardcore.
So we'll talk about that a little bit on gardens. Stop jumping.
Yeah, I know. Okay, listen. I know. It's a really bad habit I have. You know what's weird? I don't do it versus Widow. I do it versus Hanzo though. Like he's not gonna hit me at that range, even though it's basically hit scan.
Yeah. Anyway, stop jumping. But on gardens, I'll talk about comps a little more, and we can talk about it.
Win conditions.
But
We
like,
get 3 of them.
it's a better example on gardens, which is why I'm gonna wait. And it kind of applies to quad and triple against dive and stuff.
Yeah, we get 3 out on Oasis. Pretty bad.
I have 3 HP.
I think we only win like 2 fights in that.
Yeah, you guys didn't take this seriously enough, and then your comp was ass, and then lots of stuff.
Then we got big roast.
Yo, take Scream serious. Yeah, it's probably a brush.
Yes. Alright, they use Barrage and Dragon. So they have
Yo.
EMP, Minefield,
Yo, I'll hit a shot. There's only like,
daggers, fun time. Andrew's taking shots on Widow.
I need help, dude.
Where's this on?
See him?
Right there. God damn it.
Yeah. So
Oh, EMP back.
we pretty sure we called it the EMP.
Yeah, we
should
did.
have, right?
We should have. They were at 62 and they won every fight.
Yep. So then we all go through this one side, which we know is a very common spot to get EMP'd. Alright? So,
Was this when we planned to just take the dry fight and move?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
But like,
because
you still wanna, even if it's a dry fight, you still wanna have it last more than a second, right? Because you want to drain out more ult, so if you can get EMP and Valk out or something, or EMP and Nano, which I think they use Nano? Yeah, they do.
yeah, they did.
Then that's great, right? And if we want to draw out as many ults as we can, and if they just win like instantly off EMP, then that won't help us. Like their other ults will go up and they'll just lose EMP, and then we won't get any ult charge for ours. But you know, there's a nice sweet spot where we're building some ult charge, but we also force out something like EMP and Nano, right? Which is why like I want us to win off of EMP alone. Like if we do it and we execute it quickly, we're just, that's like perfect ult economy, right? Because we're just using EMP, we're building our other ults, and we're giving them no chance to build their ults.
We're getting better at that too. Because we started doing it more.
We're trying to win
So
this.
that's who got 2 people.
I want that ball dead. No, I want the Sombra dead. I killed her! I aimed Max! I did it! Oh, and then I wanted to see if that wall would Sombra. It does.
No, top, on one. I'm following the both supports, Missing one point.
Am I screaming they don't have translocator?
Probably.
Be careful, you
I
might
can't fight. I'm gonna die.
You said, I think you did, but I don't remember. Did you guys end up winning this? think you do.
I got slept. I'm so dead.
I just get domed. Yeah, no, that's not.
Oh my, I got slept. She hits those.
No. Soldier
I'm going
on
mercy.
Hey.
So get rolled on this map, I think.
Oh, yeah.
We ended up changing.
Just supports.
I know. I swear we changed something later on.
I'm dead and the one.
You ended up playing Ana later on this map, and then we swapped to DPS. I thought.
Maybe.
We have both
Hold
our...
on. I'm gonna die. Wow, I got rolled.
Where'd we go?
Devin got. What?
I can't play Pharah here. I really.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so this. We swap to Sombra Hanzo. I think you end up swapping to Ana. I don't remember when though. Okay. But how do we get kills on this comp?
We don't. Because this comp sucks at taking space.
Yeah, so it's okay at controlling space,
Yeah, but
especially
it's really
against
bad
like
at taking.
a tank static Ryan Zarya comp
But they're not.
or bunker.
They're stupid mobile, and
Yeah,
we don't. And
exactly.
basically, our dive target doesn't exist.
Their dive target is Ana, but it
Yeah.
doesn't even matter if Godbone hacks it because Devin and Andrew are more concerned about taking and holding space from their DPS. Because triple and
So-
quad excel at forcing people out of space, but they struggle to keep it or to
Keep it.
take or to like just hold on to it, take it, whatever. But they're very good at forcing people out of the space.
So we basically rely on dating to hit a shot.
Yeah, which is not what we want, right? Which is one of the strengths of Sombra Tracer because we have two of the most mobile characters in the game that are both quite independent and can work really well with each other, while we can leave Devin and Andrew to control space against their DPS, right? Which is why that's good. And then we run Lucio Ana or Lucio Morga because those are also independent and they can survive longer in a duel with like one of the DPS or something. Or if they get dove, then Ana Zen. Right? Moira Lucio is if we're going more aggressive, but like typically Ana Zen is or Ana Lucio is the better one.
Yeah, Ana Zen's super greedy. And we've been kind of getting fucked on it when we play it.
Yeah.
Because every team just knows that
yeah,
no matter what I do, if Zen gets slammed, he's probably dead.
Yeah, no, we can't play. That's why I was like, don't play Zen with Sombra Tracer. It won't work. Any good team will recognize that. Or any, not even, they don't even have to be good. They just have to be like decent and understand the basics of dive. And like a plat team could recognize that. So.
Yeah, it's really.
So we have no way to get kills. We can't really. We can't secure kills. We can't find openings.
Can't take space.
Can't take space.
I'm behind,
We're gonna struggle to hold space because they're running triple, right? So these are things
they're just
that.
Gonna force Hanzo out.
Yeah, they're gonna force our tanks out because there's not gonna be enough pressure on their DPS or their healers from our DPS, right? So their tanks are just gonna, or their supports are just gonna like free farm us, and Hanzo doesn't. And on top of that, Hanzo doesn't really provide any extra protection to our backline against like a Hammett or something. So then it's like doubly fucked. Right? So these are kind of things that you should be thinking about when we're talking about making comp switches. So like if we're playing against triple or quad and we want to run dive, it has to be more independent DPS and more independent, like just everyone has to be more independent, less reliant on each other, right? So Hammond works, Genji can work. I don't like Doomfist, too ability reliant and like too.
He's a glass
limited.
cannon.
Yeah.
Literally a glass cannon.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because there's so many things that can go wrong.
Yeah, so I don't like Doomfist, but Genji, Sombra, Tracer. McCree can work if you're going more of like a backline protection style. And then, but that's more risky and unorthodox, and I don't prefer that.
I think he just loses in this case too. He can't compete with Pharah or Hanzo at the ranges they're at.
Yeah, Yeah.
His damage fall off is too much.
Yeah, so we kept trying to like kind of mirror their comp, but not go triple, which was a problem. Right. We kind of do it on other maps.
I think we just always stick with our Somber Tracer until there's like a definitive reason to not.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause I think
to not be on Sombra Tracer, it should be like Sombra Genji, or
Yeah.
Genji Tracer. Like it should be some combination of those three dive DPS. If we're going
Are
against
we-
triple or quad.
Are we ever gonna go the ultimate greed dive? Probably not. Lucio's end dive.
No. No, I don't like it.
It's this dude. It's so. It's like you mess up, you're guaranteed to lose. There's like no coming back from a mess up.
Yeah. No, I don't like it.
He gets out. He gets out.
Then we fight and spawn for a while.
Honestly, if I'm on point.
Blah.
Whoa, it went fast. Whoa. Do I use this Valk? I do use this Valk. My res. Okay. Is this fair? Do they fucking nano this Pharah?
I'm getting
Yeah.
no value.
You're a little bit behind me.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
Not just
yeah.
like a little bit, like
Oh really?
4 or 5 seconds, yeah.
It's going really fast on my screen.
Well, I just skipped a couple of things, so. Like, you just swapped to Anna, and you're coming to spawn.
Okay, I'm not too far behind. I'm like 3 seconds.
Yeah. So, let's talk about Anna in goats versus like dives, or like against stuff like this. So,
No, Dana.
in goats you can play more aggressive with Anna, right?
I go for flank nades a lot in goats.
Yeah, which is
Or
fine.
like high ground.
Which is totally fine because you can get away with that stuff, and like they can't punish high grounds and stuff, so you want to abuse high grounds as Anna when you can. But against dives and stuff, you have to be more aware of flanks, right? You have to be more aware of where you're going to rotate to. Things like health packs, all that stuff. But also you can't really play with your front line.
Yeah.
And you're more relying on them not taking poke or using their movement to get in and out of places without taking as much poke, right? Because it's not like goats where it's like Ryan has a shield, can block a bunch of damage, right? So so you have to more rely on them to not take as much poke, right? Because we don't want to take poke, we don't want to be scouted and dive. So that means that you can play a bit further back and like look for sight lines, longer sight lines, especially out of range of EMP, stuff like that. But that's just like me being nitpicky.
I've noticed like when I play Anna in our dives, the scrims we do well in are the scrims that I'm able to do damage. And I think it's because we take a lot less poke when I'm able to do more damage. Like, it's not that I confirm kills; it's just I tag people, so I build ult faster, and our dives are normally quicker in those scrims versus like this one. Oh gosh.
Well, then the question is like, is it because you are getting more damage, or are you getting damage because our dives are quicker?
I think it's we're getting damage because our dives are quicker.
Okay.
Because they're quicker, our tanks aren't taking damage.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about healing them as much.
Yeah.
So I'm able to get more nades and more damage in. Like there was one script. I remember there was one script like Eichenwald. I literally did like no damage. We just got rolled the whole time.
Yeah.
How did Devin live through these? He doesn't. Oh, you're right. He doesn't. Dude, the tree blocked my sleep. Oh. Okay, I understand. I got cucked by nature. Give me this.
Okay. Are you up to? Are you where I am? Where I'm paused?
2158. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, where are you right now?
In a sight line of a Hanzo that could come back from.
I'm sleeping.
There's a Hanzo back here on me.
One
What's that?
on the mega.
God damn it! God damn it!
And he missed his first shot while you were while you were like unscoping.
Dude, I'm tilted. I knew as soon as you didn't say anything, I was probably dead.
Yep.
Someone.
Just making a point.
Hey, we won the fight. Woo!
Mercy one.
Does that nade hit somebody? Tell me that nade hit somebody. Neo.
Fair one point.
No, it doesn't.
Where are you right now?
Okay, coming back. Right. Oh my god, no! No,
So
no.
their Hanzo is regrouping in spawn, so that's fine. But you should be going
Okay.
hookah. Or
I should be
through
going
halls.
hookah, yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. I like calling it halls. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it called hookah?
Because there's a
Andrew
hookah
calls
there.
it hookah. Oh, really?
Yeah, there's literally a hookah.
Andrew calls it hookah and Devin calls it hall.
Probably because I've called it halls and Devin like picked up on that. But like a lot of people call it hookah because the pillow, like there's hookahs by the pillows. So like, I don't know, hookah or pillow room is like the first one, and then halls is like the second one. That's how I kind of thought about it. But like, people basically just say hookah when they mean this entire thing. But yeah, you should be looking to play in here more.
Yeah. Because I think I tried to play high ground and I almost died.
Yeah, so you play high ground here, which is good.
It's initial poke, and then I should rotate down.
Ball behind.
I'm scared of Sombra. How did that miss? In what universe? And Gabo just
Okay. Also, you need to put pressure on
Farah.
So Anna and
Discord.
well, not I wasn't gonna say that, but like yeah, when whoever is playing Anna, whether it's you or Dano, you and in comps like this or Sombra Tracer comps, and people usually run Farah. Anna does have to put a little bit of pressure on Farah when she gets the chance, right? Because Anna is one of the better counters to Farah in our comp. Unfortunately, it's one of the weak spots of the comp.
I think you four-shot her with Discord through Mercy Pocket. You have to hit all four though.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I haven't done the math. You said 4-shot. I was like, but it only takes 3 shots to kill her normally. I was very confused.
Nah, she has Mercy Pocket.
Yeah.
Does Danny kill her here? She's 1 HP.
Yeah, let's watch.
Do I save Danny? Is a real question.
Okay, so I want you to watch this.
Oh my! What?
So.
Oh.
Are you caught up?
Yeah.
So, you don't save Danny. You've kind of let
How did
free.
Danny die?
He got hit with a rocket.
Ah!
Okay.
Died to my heels, dude.
But he hit him.
I missed prior.
Yeah. But he hit her with a Sonic, so you knew exactly where she was when you went around the corner to reload. And then you try to sleep her, even though he said she was 1, and you could see where she was when you re-peeked her.
Dude, I just wanted the style sleep. Okay?
I don't care. Trust your teammates. And then you missed the second shot on her or whatever. You missed the shot on her. You missed the sleep and you missed the shot, and Andrew finishes her off. So.
Wait, I missed that sleep? I thought the sleep just didn't get there in time.
No.
Man.
Pretty sure I missed.
Big C's. Does Dano die? No, Dano's
He has won this fight.
I'm scared. Help. There's still a ball behind. Ball one behind. This can only end well. Oh no, dude.
Okay, dude.
Where's the Hanzo?
I swear to God, if he's to my left.
Do you see him?
Is he Sonic right there? I can't tell if that's him. Max, is he to my left?
No, he's to your right. He's playing by the
to my
Mega,
right?
but he can see you, and he just missed 2 shots on you.
Oh no, dude. Am I dead? I think I died. I'm feeling it.
Alright, so let's look at this again. There's the barrage.
Okay, dude.
He misses 1 shot on you. Flies right in front of your face.
Oh my.
I think Andrew might have actually DM'd the one before this.
Did he?
Maybe I couldn't see it, but I thought I
What a-
saw DM go up. But doesn't matter.
What a legend.
So that shot flies in front of your face. You
It's just me being greedy, dude.
you don't really react. The second one misses.
No.
You
It's
push
probably because I
that.
didn't hear it.
You
I
also
want to go sleep.
yeah. You're using sleep too much trying to get the fair. At like too great of a range. Like if it's close, whatever. Like if she's barraging, whatever. But they have Sombra and Hammond,
Yeah, so I
right?
should just save it.
And you know they're gonna go on you, or you and Zen.
Hey, do I die in the next 6 seconds?
Yeah. Well, next 6 seconds I don't remember, but like you die very soon.
I can't DM.
I'm on the Ana. What? I was gonna purple.
I'm rotating down.
Okay. So rotating down, good call. But you're sitting in the middle of halls right now.
Got your DM, got your DM. The DM.
Does the fair kill me? I feel like the fair is just gonna come in.
So you don't know where the Hanzo is, but you knew that he was right side on your side of the stairs or whatever. Initially. Like just outside of point. So you knew he was there, but you don't know where he is now. He's a big threat to you. You don't know where the ball is. You don't know where the Sombra is. Fair is
No, I know
shooting
where the ball is and the Sombra.
Where are they?
The ball.
Oh, well,
The ball's
Sombra's
with
in front
Andrew
of you,
and
but
Dano.
like, okay, that's good.
Yeah, because I saw he rolled through us. Sombra's right there.
Right. I'm
The only one.
forgetting him.
The main one I don't know is Hanzo, and I think Fair just isn't killing me here.
Yeah. So the problem with like rotating to the middle of halls here, is that it gives you like great silence. Like it opens up the angle for you, right, not onto them. But it also makes you super vulnerable to their Hanzo if he decides to peek this, which I think he's about to. He probably won't because he's just gonna shoot Andrew. But like, if he wanted to power peek you, you're dead. You're opening yourself up to more Ferris spam. So what I would suggest is either hugging the right wall to the right of you, and that way just getting that angle, or hugging the left side by stairs, right, rather than opening yourself up to the whole thing.
Or maybe I just go with Dano.
Fair on you, Asian. Fair.
Maybe I should have gone with him.
Yeah.
In that scenario.
Maybe. Situation.
Fair.
Like, Pharaoh was on top of you,
Yeah.
and you didn't notice. Where you
Because
react.
I think Andrew said that she was on me after she shot the first rocket, and I was like, oh, I don't have to go guns.
I'm on the Ana one.
I'll practice that name one day. One day though.
We literally
Oh, it's over.
Stop going through this way. Stop. Go through halls.
He's my best friend, dude.
literally said last time. We did
You
it.
don't understand. Me and the Hounds have a special bond. He kills me. I never kill him. He gets nano. I understand.
Probably take ThyAsian.
Do we play goats here?
Yeah. And
Like
this is
Creek
one of the this is one of my fucking comps.
We played Creek Comp. They played something you think of.
Yeah, literally.
That's literally something you
This
think
is literally something that I've thought of. Except I would swap out so I would either do Mercy Zen instead of Mercy
instead of
May.
Brig.
No, not even Brig. I had the Brig in
really?
there. So I would have Brig. Or you know what I think I did? Okay, so it was very similar. Like it's the same idea as this comp. It's very similar, but this one's more built for like control, like anti-goats. Mine was more built for like proper bunker, just like CC fuck you up. I was the very specific comp that I wanted to run was like, it was like Orisa Hog, Junkrat, McCree, or instead of Junkrat you can run May. They both work, or Brig, something with hard CC, and then you run like Ana Zen with it, and you just Discord sleep, and you just have all the CC in the world, and no one can like touch you.
Damn.
Like if they try to, and with like a comp like that, you can just hold on point, and then if they try to push you, like against goats, like you just fucking stun them. I should.
Yeah, you gotta get through all of CC. Jesus.
Anyway.
I'm dear. I think we end up switching off of this, right? We better switch off.
I don't remember. You guys running Cree comp. Make sure you're trying to scout. On this.
That's what I did. Heck yeah. Or sorta. They
sorta.
said look at the high ground.
Tell me
No,
your level.
Gaban said he wanted to rotate high ground because he was on Kree,
Oh.
which is good. Because like first fight, taking high ground with a Kree combat is better. Do not go right room. I had a talk with another team. I don't remember if you watched that, but I had a talk with a team. I turned a 7-minute long clip into like an hour plus long coaching. Anyway,
Holy.
it wasn't even like the game was like battering, and it was a stomp. Anyway, I'll move on.
Damn.
But like taking a high ground left side with Kree comp is good. So we should be going main, or we should be going top left, out of the 3 main routes without going like underneath or like anything special. So he wanted to rotate high ground, but make sure you're like scouting, because you could have like wall jumped it a little bit.
Yeah, wall jumped and saw what they had.
Yeah, but you kind of didn't.
I got something up.
The break flanking.
I'm dead.
And this fight's
Yeah, I went to go back up, and then I saw a break right side.
Andrew killed himself.
I can't break some.
They don't have hook or hold.
Push up.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Nope.
Okay.
Die here.
So, I'm actually like debating like, is the Hanzo better than other stuff in this comp?
Kill this freak. Kill this freak. Kill this freak.
Hanzo better.
Kill this Mercy. Or not this Mercy's May. Whatever the fuck she.
There all that stuff in there. Big one.
Oh my god, dude. They're just sending people into the hole.
May on point.
If they okay, so they swapped to McCree over the Hanzo. Just take more of my strats. Cool. It's fine. I often think of stuff and then don't like write it down anywheres or like share it with people. So it's like whatever. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Eclipse is asking me for a water view, and I'm like, I don't even understand this game. It's okay. He's just asking for help with his mates. I can at least.
We have to.
Who's that?
Go into them.
Eclipse, someone from Andrew's team.
Oh. Yeah.
Wait, no, wait. I think he's asking help on main. And I'm like,
is Nova,
yeah.
isn't it? Nova is main tank. I don't remember. I think that's
no,
right.
no. Nova's not main tank anymore because Nova hates it. So Eclipse is gonna play main tank in all in all goats.
That's interesting.
I
like how they just are like transitioned over to you.
I don't.
That's find that really funny.
But dude, every strat I told them was basically. I
Yeah.
told them that.
I know.
I was like, guys, I'm not. I'm a player. I'm not good at this stuff. But.
Even like Andrew gave them like my comp list from last OD, and like that's that's what they based a lot of the stuff they did off of it. And it was like he would ask me questions for them, and so it was really.
The only characters I understand in depth in this game are Sports, Sombra.
I'm taking high ground. Can we go high ground?
I remember I was so critical of their enemy team song. His name's like Haru or something, because he kept hacking Zen. He literally kept hacking a Zen who didn't have trust. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Haru. He's not a Sombra player.
I know, he's apparently like he's a
good player. He's a
or whatever.
He's a GM flex support.
Yeah,
he's a good player. Like fuck.
But he just hacks Zen though. I'm like, dude. And then those commentators were like, it's so bad when you hack this Zen, and I'm like, what do you mean EMP'd?
You called McCree behind. Call him that he's right side mini room.
Oh, okay.
He's one.
People responded anyway, and it's fine. But like, you know.
Do I take this tool and die? No, I just miss every shot because God killed me.
Specifics are important.
So do I get halted? What the what? What did I boop? I was booping the air particles, dude. Don't understand.
Yeah. So you can't really play aggressive for a boop here, else they punish you. So you basically have to like speed into them, and then look for a boop. Like as your team is striding them, like
they got the halt on me, and I was like, I'm dead. But then their hog didn't hook me. So
well, it's such a punishing comp, so like it has to be a team engagement.
force wall or
for
stun.
you to even like
They
look
just
for
talk,
something.
They just talk.
I just like being a playmaker.
There's
Also,
wall,
use and wall.
Let's go.
One more time.
Big wall.
I don't think they
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
New.
I got stunned, you're gonna need a
Oh,
shreds.
wait.
Oh,
Fall guy, fall guy.
Break.
I'm frozen!
I was back shield.
Big grab.
Fucking hell,
Big
wall.
grab. Almost dead through trans.
Who's gonna kill me?
Oh, wait, okay. Yeah, like we should just go something to break their shield.
Did we use all 6 ults? We used 5.
I got my
Nope.
shield.
You guys
They
should
used
literally
to-
just okay. So do
I
not
think
go
we just go
dive
to
into
pre-hunt,
this.
and
Did we
Creep comp
switch
is fine.
dive?
I don't know. I don't
just
remember.
push 'em.
Okay, so we saw
I think-
Hanzo. Where did we go? I don't
I think I
remember.
switched Mercy. Do I switch Mercy?
Yeah.
This was when I switched Mercy, and we ran into.
Okay, so either play a slow spam, which, quite frankly, I don't think you guys have the time to do. Or play goats or a creep comp. Creep comp works fine to them. You just have to engage properly. And not get like.
Halted into the hole.
Well, no. The thing is, go high ground. Like go
Force
our
them to
side
play in
high
this
ground
wall.
and then drop onto them. Right? Then they have no good wall opportunities. They have some decent ones, but like you guys can just control the engagement from there. Plus your McCree's on high ground if you're running a creep comp. If you're running goats, you can still go high ground and you can just run through them.
I think it's just better to go high ground because they
Depends.
can't.
Well, because they can boop. High ground first fight is pretty important. Like it's a lot of value, but after first fight it loses some of its value because teams are already set up on point. Sometimes they'll hold closer in the doorways. It's like if I was to use, so you know how I use like Nepal Village for like explaining how transition is like the weakest part
Yeah.
when a team is like most vulnerable. Like this is one, like going left side and like trying to get up the stairs is like one of the other big ones where you're super vulnerable. I would argue that it's even more vulnerable than the one on Village. Because there's
Jesus.
environmental kills and it's so short and it's like a narrow path too, like it's very exploitable. So it's arguable that it's even worse than Village. So that's why it's like more dangerous not on first fight, but first fight's usually fine because you don't get right at Lucio's looking for that boop right away off first fight. So
Ben, I'll start looking for boops on first fight if we play Lucy on screen.
Okay. Well, they have full hog back and bongo. A hog right side looking for.
Move top left.
This is where we ran into the big problem, which is Mercy just doesn't.
Cree still top left.
Teal enough.
Yeah.
I killed
Just
two.
doesn't.
Okay, Cree still left side.
I just wanna fucking heal. I didn't get healed.
See, Godbone. Yeah, one literally just skips farm.
that's
Just
okay.
Andrew.
I get
What? Why isn't it like
Main shadow, main shadow.
My res would not. I was like,
Hog
what?
behind, heal behind.
So you guys didn't get enough like first of all, if we're running something spammy, we should be running Pharah. Right? We
Not
should be running
free
Pharah
hugs, though.
Mercy. Yeah. And we'd be better off playing dive tanks with it. Zen is fine because they can't really punish it, besides like hitting a shot or hog flanking or whatever. But you can also run Lucio Mercy. You can run Anna Mercy. The only problem Anna Mercy has is if they have Blizzard. That's the big one.
Yeah.
Other
they
than
don't
that,
have-
none of their alts really matter. But Anna Mercy has other value, more healing for your tanks, and nade can be
I think we should
important.
just win goats into this. We could have just.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Like, and the flanks are so short that you guys can easily rotate if they wall. And
I think.
if you wall Diva, like, and they can't even like like if they wall Rhyme, shield up, break the pillars. Like they break quickly enough, and they can't capitalize on anything quick enough.
Yeah, they're
to,
too
like,
slow because they don't have a Lucio.
They don't have Lucio, they don't have the shield break they need because they're running Break May, right? So.
I think I'm also too scared to call comp switches.
I don't know.
I just don't want to be wrong.
Well, it's okay to be wrong.
Why did he kill me with Bash? I walked off the edge of the map.
Pulse pistol. Yes.
It is.
We got rolled in map. I think we win every other map.
Fair, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Doesn't really matter.
like,
Oh, we're running this one. Okay.
Okay,
So I think I said that I wanted,
us to swim.
yeah, Dano to play Baptiste and you to play Mercy, but that's fine.
Scout, 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 scout.
I'm scouting. Don't worry.
scouting? Alright,
This is when Dano just let me die.
Listen there.
This is when I tested that thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, far mercy.
This
They're going
doesn't
around top
work.
right. Far mercy
On the
top
top,
right.
on the top, on the top. Oh,
They
they're
have
gonna
a,
walk my
they
shit.
have a Sombra.
Oh, they're actually gonna walk my shit. Fucking my shit.
I got her. Somewhere behind. Somewhere behind.
I got one.
Some minutes.
I'm gonna set the on.
I was so confused at what Andrew was doing.
I'm leaving you to go heal.
The one
called
TP
it.
is leading.
I called it. So like, if you die, it's not on me.
It is on.
That's a mission, right? Oh, got Buta again.
Shut up. That is like
I need
the
help
best
in there.
res. 2K19.
I'm taking the ferret, man.
Oh no.
Better teams will look to punish that, so you might need to use Immortality Field.
Yeah.
Call Hammond behind, because Devin needs to stop getting fucking booped by Hammond. Part
What's
of the
funny is
reason I know. Part of the reason we run Hog into that is to stop things like that. It's like Hog is the equivalent to Junk in this comp, except he's less susceptible to EMP. Right? He's to stop dives and to add extra shield break. So they literally provide the same role, except Hog is beefier and can survive EMP. Yeah. So Hog should be looking to catch any like Hammonds or Sombras or anyone who's like trying to dive. And you need to call that out. That's Hammonds behind.
I think I played too far back though to know, because he came out the side.
You're gonna be looking to hack that Mecca.
I think ball's going behind. Ball behind.
Oh wait, I can see into the side.
I'm taking him.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this when I was asking for
Don't
heals?
call for heals. Just shift and fucking get the health back, or just get the health back.
Yeah, I guess I was greedy with my left shift.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to use it.
Use it. Like, they're not going to capitalize on anything like that. They'll try to capitalize on you using Immortality Field, but if you just use your shift, like, teams aren't going to punish that as heavily. Like, we're not at the point where people are smart enough. So like in goats, people are smart enough to say like, oh shit, they don't have an armor pack, let's go. But like in comps like we're running,
listens for the sound cue of fucking Baptiste left.
yeah, we haven't reached the point where people are like, shit, Baptiste just used his shift, let's go dive Baptiste. Right? Anyway.
Help Dano.
And besides, they can't even. Like with the comp they're running, like they struggled to do it.
Okay, what are we doing?
I didn't get you.
Like, it's not your job to... don't understand.
Yeah, I didn't get to. My ult tracking is getting better, and it's triple though. At
Well,
least
stop
thank
messing
God.
around. Play the
Besides
fucking
this, okay, I forgot we were playing Roadhog, so I didn't count on them having so
game.
much
Max, you want me to
charge.
stay hog here like we talked about?
So they have like every ult I said they didn't have.
Same
Don't
with
play
Sombra.
turtle. Don't play turtle. Don't play close
I got
together.
Sombra.
I mean,
Wait, okay.
unless they can have barrage.
Yeah, she
Come right side, come right side.
has it. I know. Okay. Second.
Mercy's right side as well.
Oh, shit, hold up.
Andrew, when you bomb, tell me.
A minute and a half. So 2 minutes. Yeah. So 2 minutes go by, expect them to have their ults.
And they have.
Yeah.
They might have Dragon. I don't think they'll have EMP because she didn't farm it.
Max, you want me to stay hog here like we talked about?
Hey, ball's on far right.
Ball behind.
Unless they can.
He's right side as well.
I'm in code, yeah.
They got mine, I got shit for you. I'll take him the fire, take him the fire.
I got you DM.
Big brain immortality field.
Yeah, I shouldn't have bought there, my bad.
Not big brain amp matrix.
Oh, it's fine.
Is this when I switch Zen? Oh, no.
I don't know. Also, you fucking shifted randomly.
Did I?
Yeah. Why did you do it?
Yeah, I shouldn't have bought there, my bad.
Yeah, you shifted to heal the Tracer or something.
Oh yeah.
For
Yoink.
after you won the fight or something. I don't know. It's weird. Don't do that.
15-second cooldown, dude.
Salmon, after you use the Salmon.
Right, yeah.
Oh wait, never mind. They went away.
No, go back to Vera. Go back to Vera.
Also, want to point out, they used 5 ults, and we
Yeah.
still survived.
Yup. Hog.
It's a good comp. You just need to not die to EMP.
Yeah.
Actually, if they
I thought
EMP
my-
barrage, then that's a different story.
I thought my immortality field was pretty good. That was the big one. He's the same Dano.
You need to make sure, like, if we're throwing it in bunkers, you need to make sure it's like behind a wall so they can't shoot it, but we're still getting the effect of it. Right?
If I land the hook on the ball, can you?
Because it's kind of, it's something hard to like think about it like split second, but like that's, and like no one's like at that point where they're skilled enough to do that. I don't know. Maybe there's like a Baptiste one trick out there who's just been grinding Baptiste nonstop, but like, that's kind of like a next step that Baptiste players can take when playing with teams, like trying to find spots where they can throw it where they can still get effect, but it's still safe from spam, basically.
Yeah, if you want to.
I have no idea where Summer is.
And seriously, don't worry about healing Pharah so much, unless
Scared,
she's hacked.
Gobbone's fat ass took that nade. I'm mad, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't worry about healing Pharah because Pharah should just be in like a hard pocket 24/7 in this comp, right? Basically. Unless she's hacked on the ground, like what just happened. I just got like caster cursed. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was like, don't heal Pharah. Gets hacked, drops to the ground immediately on
Drops
points,
to the ground.
dies. But yeah, focus on healing like Arista Diva, and then focus on like scouting, doing damage. Yeah. Make sure you're canceling it. Like shoot shift, cancel. You're also getting a mortality field up there on the edge. That's interesting.
Am I really? Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Is Anna just rolled in?
I got flashed. I didn't get rolled.
Got rolled?
Okay, I got
Hanzo,
rolled.
Hanzo. One. He's actually one. I got one. We switch.
Back to Fair, boys. Back to Fair.
You can either go Widow or
I'm
something.
probably gonna go McCree.
Yeah, good idea.
Go Widow, go Widow.
No.
I'm not playing Widow against
Are we switching? Looks like we're switching. What are we playing?
Actually, I can play Widow against this.
So like,
'Cause we have a
okay, so let me explain this. I didn't talk to Goblin about this, but in this comp, McCree, Junkrat, Break, I guess, to some extent, Hog, all do similar roles, right? The anti-dive, shield break sort of thing. He swapped to Widow, which is not to my liking, but whatever. So they're all kind of like interchangeable, but it depends like what's gonna give you more valuable. Fucking words. What's gonna give you more value? So I value Hog, not because I'm a Hog one trick, but because Hog has survives against Sombra, right? And can look for picks and is more independent than a McCree, or even a Junkrat to some extent. And that's why I value Hog. But they all do similar roles, so trying to explain the thought process behind why you play Hog, why you play Cree, why you play Drunk, shit like that.
gamers, and the Sombra's gonna try to get on me.
Yeah, I don't like the Widow pick. I mean, like
I feel like
he gets value out of it, and like he finds picks, but I don't. But like he gets traded or whatever. Like we can't peel for him. Like we don't have the healers to peel, and we swapped a dive. So like, so if we're swapping a dive, then we shouldn't be running Baptiste Vera. and we've sort of made that transition. And that's my bad. I didn't see that we just swapped to Winston. But we swapped to dive, which is fine because it ran triple. But we shouldn't be running Pharah with it. We can run Widow with it even, but like, I still don't like Pharah with it. Like, Widow can work just because how this point is set up. However, it's still not the best. So if I were to theory craft something really quick, if we went, it would either be Anna, we can run Anna Zen or Anna Lucio. If we're running, probably Anna Lucio would be better if we're running Widow. And then we would have Danny on Tracer, Sombra, Genji would work, any of those 3 heroes. Yeah. And then we would have like Anna and Widow play on the back platform, and then we would have everyone else control the flanks, because just the way that like, this map is worked out, like if we control both sides, then they're not going to be able to kill. They're not going to get a dive onto the back platform, and they're not going to be able to kill anyone there because we control the flanks, and they can't come through main. We'll just see them, scout them out, and that's very hard for like a Hammond to get an engaging dive onto there, and it gives us lots of time to react. So it'd probably be something like, it'd probably be like Andrew holding this left ground with Danny, and then Devin holding the right side or something, and then maybe having Dano either on the back platform with you guys or sort of play with Devin, or whoever you might be playing Lucy in that situation. So you would either play on back platform or with Devin, either or.
I'd probably start
back platform
where I mean, I'd probably start where Andrew, because Andrew's right in the middle of them, so that way I can make a judgment call.
No, I was saying that Andrew would be on the high ground where you are right now.
Oh, okay.
And then so he's
then
controlling this side, and then Danny's with him, and then Devin's on the right side controlling that flank.
And then me and Dano are where
back
where
platform.
I'm looking at right
yeah,
now.
because Widow would be back there. Yeah. But you would have the choice to rotate with Devin, right? To help him control that side. And all you guys basically have to do is not let the Hammond come in one of the sides.
Slam.
That's basically all you have to do. Because other than that, Sombra's not going to do anything, right? And they can't set up, if their Hammond can't get in, then they can't really set up anything for the Pharah. Anna's going to have a hard time because she's going to be peeking into a Widow. And then Hanzo's
gonna have no room.
Hanzo's going to have no room.
Yeah, he's still going to be peeking into a Widow.
Yeah, exactly. So controlling the flanks, giving us the longest possible sightline to make value out of our Widow. So that would be like, yeah. This is the problem. Like, it's hard for me to teach you guys like to think about this stuff like mid game or like comp switches and stuff.
It's because his dive is so fucking variable, dude.
It is.
It's so variable comparative to Goat.
But like, there is so much. But like, there's a reason Devin plays on the right side, and Andrew plays on the left side. And there's a reason why Danny plays with Andrew. Like,
yeah,
it's all.
I think you just have to understand. I think it comes down to understanding win conditions and understanding how to properly control. I think once you have those two fundamentals of dive down, you can start doing the theory crafting like really quickly while you're playing.
Yeah, but it's so hard to like I want to teach you guys this stuff, but like I can't. A lot of the stuff with dive is like, okay, what are they running? What are we running? What map are we on? What point are we on?
What position are they in? What position are we in?
What
like, what ults do they have? Like, there's so.
Do they have a mercy player that like basically one tricks mercy?
Dude, in goats, it's just what else do they have? Okay, we're gonna win.
Well,
that's all goats is.
It's timing based.
It's slightly.
It's timing based.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's timing based. But like all this stuff that I don't have like a fucking massive spreadsheet of like
No,
if conditions and like
you just have to think about
yeah.
everything.
And like I've never thought about this before, but like I can just come up with it on the spot. And it might not be the best, but it's somewhat decent.
But it's something in case
Yeah.
somebody pulls out some whack ass fucking comp.
Yeah. Anyway, it's hard for me to teach you guys that stuff. Like it's just you guys have to understand like more fundamentals and like I don't know. It's hard to explain, hard to teach.
I think the more we play it, the more we'll learn it. Oh my god, you got
Oh shit, there's people back there.
So we're really good at goats. We don't have to learn.
I'm gonna
Yeah. Dano said he was going for res. I chucked it. Left shift. Left shift me. Okay.
I don't think you canceled it properly.
No,
you didn't optimize it.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Okay. Yeah, just pointing that out. Fire shift. Shoot shift.
I waited so long, dude. What the heck?
Yeah, you could have got an extra shot in there. But Dano still survives.
How am I still alive?
And like that was a bad matrix.
Matrix.
Left.
Oh wait. It's not too bad.
It's not great.
Mercy.
No, it's not great. I got some value in these.
It got
It's
value
such a
because
weird-
you shot Hammond.
Yeah, it's such a weird ult. I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be trying to run fair with this.
I think this is when I go Zen.
Like even Mercy, yeah. So we shouldn't be playing Zen, first of all.
So this is when we made. This is when we made the call to go Anna Zen, and then Dano just stayed out there. So I was like, okay.
Well, he should. Like we shouldn't be playing. Or we shouldn't be playing Zen. Like if we can play something other than it, then that's great. If we can play something other than Zen, that's great, right? Because EMP, Hammond, Pharah, they swapped to Widow, right?
Yeah.
So
Just Lucio's is better.
yeah, Zen gets no value and he's super vulnerable. And we're not controlling space optimally. So all of that taken into account, and it's just like, well, Mercy's important because she can fly to Pharah, and she has res, and she, does all this stuff. Even though she's not a great healer at this moment, but she's still important, and she's still good against their comp, right? Because even okay, so the way Pharah plays on, yeah, it's just okay. So Paris, you have to control the two flanks on separate. If you don't control the flanks, you're fucked, and you give them their win condition. So however you want to take that into the scrims, that's fine. But like main is whatever. The flanks are extremely important.
Yeah. Because I mean, if they go main, they're just gonna take shit damage before they can set anything up.
Yeah.
And then we're just at a big advantage because they have to pour resources in before their dive starts.
The only reason they would go main is if it was like a fake. If it was a fake one way or the other. But the hallway.
Hallways are
goats,
too big.
No, goats should take the point. Goats should go right side. Sorry, how do I say this? No, goats should go main into the connector part. Fake right. To go up the stairs into like a bunker or something like this, just theory crafting, and then go left onto point and then force them. Because
yeah. They're gonna rotate.
Yeah.
They probably rotate onto like the back line.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna outside,
because
so pretty good.
That okay, so that in between area between main and the right side flank, like the high ground globe flank.
It's too big to scout properly. So like.
Well, it's too small to scout properly, right? It's unscoutable. You can go either way, which is why it's a super deadly rotation. Right? Did I talk to you about like those kind of rotations, like the unscoutable?
Yeah.
How you can go both ways.
Yeah, I know about a couple of them, like the ones like Hanamar second, Li Zhang.
Yep.
You got a couple of
Hollywood is the one that people use in Owl. That's the obvious example.
Yeah, Hollywood's got a really good one.
Yep. Yeah, Hollywood has some good ones. But yeah, those are super deadly flanks and rotations, and those are the ones that make the best fakes and baits. So. I keep looking at my stream chat and I see the list of people and I'm like, which one of these are bots?
Route 66 has a really good one.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people use it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh boy. Alright. Time for me to get farmed.
Anyway, we shouldn't be on Zen, blah blah blah, control flanks.
Big one, big one.
Go for it, go for it.
Raise your hand if you get farmed in the next 10 seconds.
I dodged it.
Bridge one, bridge one.
Into that.
Nice. I don't play Zen.
I have ult when I get out.
I'm done.
There's also a reason I don't play Zen. She's one, dude! I had a headshot on her. Hey, there's a stop for mine. And they should just win it from there. Oh, we had like a nice minute stall.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have even got this.
We're gonna res too. I
Like they shouldn't have even capped second. To be honest.
I think Gobbo died.
We just played a bad comp.
Yeah, and then we gave them all the space to do it.
Oh, no, there's people
Like
there.
Farah is not good. Second point.
Said, oh no.
Even on defense, she's okay. But Farah typically on defense plays inside the ring, like in like point area, in that open area, and not like on the flanks or anything. So she's okay, and like Widow has a hard time challenging her as long as you're controlling the flanks. But Farah on attack is kind of just like doo-doo.
Do you think we should keep playing that Junkrat Ash thing that we do on
He said
Hanamura?
there's no people. He did say there's people.
Where?
Remember when we keep running it on second and we're undefeated? We like, every team that does that.
Oh, with dive tanks.
Yeah, we do it with dive tanks, and for some reason teams just don't know what to do.
Because teams don't prepare against stuff like that. Like
It's crazy.
Like you guys can pull out a totally weird comp and you will win, not because it's a good comp, but because teams have no idea. Like teams are bad at adapting. Like
Take the stupid Junkrat off high ground, please.
teams are bad at adapting, and
We're
that's
just gonna
why
point.
goats is so strong because people are just like, well, let's just scrim goats, and people are just like, okay, yeah, we're good at goats, but do you understand what's going on in other matchups? Do you understand why quad and triple is strong? Do you understand why dive is important? Do you understand all these other aspects to the game? And like, and then like the answer is usually no for a lot of goats teams, and that's why they're bad at non-goats, and why they have trouble adapting.
Why are we like gods at goats? Pretty good at bunker.
What did I just say?
Mediocre at dive, dude. Ah, it's so frustrating.
Because we don't control space well.
Yeah,
Actually, there's a lot of reasons, but like controlling
That was about to be
space.
like, that's
But controlling
one.
space is a big one. And then like
Because you
comp
can't-
positions
if-
we don't.
If you're gonna be BAP, you can't fly.
Yeah.
Not that
And compositions we have problems with, but it's fine.
far.
What are we doing? Summer Genji.
Oh,
Yeah, I still okay.
Yeah, this was before you told us about the Honolulu.
Okay, so
Oh, wait, oh no, we win. Genji's.
so Ana Zen is fine, but not on Paris. Not on Paris first. Because the choke is so close and the sight lines are just the way they are.
We need speed to get through.
Not even to mention we know they're gonna play like a triple DPS comp.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but Lucio just gets so much more value. You guys can even go Zen Lucio here. Don't, but it's
Why not?
don't,
It's not like
but
we're bad at not taking poke mags.
don't do it, but it is better than Ana Zen in my opinion. Because Lucio will get way more value with boops and speed and everything. And Ana just takes a lot to like set up and try to do anything with, unless you're going for like a specific set nade. But even then, like Ana Lucio is still like, why not? But yeah. But like just how the first the typical holding spot is so close to the choke and the choke is so small, and you don't have good sight lines, it's not good, right? You can do it on Hanamura against like a bunker comp or something because you can deny the angle from the bunker and still be effective, and then you can open up the angle when you want to, and they can't open the angle on you. They can't force a duel. But you guys can just get like forced out and get like no value.
Yo, Hanzo,
Right.
pharmacy. Right side. Oh, they have brig. They have brig. What the heck?
No, they're Brig, Hanzo.
She's trying to poke me. I need help. Pharmacy right side.
Deva is
Wait,
Sombra.
bomb's going up.
Is that your default reticle for every hero?
Which one? Which
What?
Oh my god, don't wake him up! Andrew, you cuck!
I didn't record this. Goldman did.
Oh. Well, Goldman likes...
Which one is? Which one?
That was a...
It was
See?
actually so. Andrew really tried because he was boostering back, and then he like boosted up and canceled it, so he
Yes.
didn't hit her, and then he
And then
still
he started
shot.
shooting, and I'm like, Andrew...
If I'm being honest.
You just have to let Dano charge 3 orbs and he's
I
dead.
thought
Actually, he
we
just
were
has
all
charge
attacking
2 and I
right
hit
now
him.
because we're being jumped.
Nade, and he dies.
So I can't really.
Oh, brig's just getting hurt.
I'm gonna
I
try to hack
really
the
don't
ball.
like how I sound. I usually end up skipping it if you haven't noticed when I like say
Big
something
drop,
in
blue
game.
high gun, take high gun, take
Really?
high gun.
Yeah.
I'm looking behind me, dude. Where's this bitch?
I need help out, I need help out, I need help out.
Oh my god. Oh.
Sleep the Hammond.
My shots again, my shots.
Sombra is getting forced
was
out by her tanks, right? And she's not going to do anything to you. But Hammond,
Hammond ate Dano's ass after he got directed.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
okay.
Just on left.
We gotta trade supports here.
We have a hack on the Mercy. Did she
Yeah.
die? Nope. We all died. Wow.
okay. So you guys were like, we have to trade supports, and like, yeah, if you're running Anna Zen, you're probably gonna have to trade supports against their comp, but you can't, cause they're running
Yeah,
Brig
'cause they're
Mercy,
They're on Brig Mercy. Oh,
right?
no. Yeah.
But that you could if you were running Lucio.
We just can't let them set up like that.
They're
I
already
can't
set
go
up
to
on
the top
defense.
if there is on.
I'm done with left side, dude. Just kidding. Okay.
Kill the ball, low.
I'm trying to get better about not scoping it as much.
I'm out, I'm out.
Damn it! Move your fat ass! Dano died!
Like,
I have EP, I have EP.
I can play. Hey, we can EMP bomb. Come on. Are we gonna EMP boys?
I'm pushing out the high gun. I'm going 3, 2, 1, I'm pushing out the high gun.
I'm EMP in the main.
No fail.
Worried about something.
I'm getting barrage.
I got one.
Nice.
Ugh.
Fair, one for dead.
Okay, we're even.
They didn't call Blade.
3 of them, I think.
Yeah, it's three. It's three. They have 2 ults. They have 2 ults.
Okay, can I stop being a potato?
I can't do anything.
Big boy. Big
Rotate left through cafe. Get on the opposite stairs.
boy.
Or on the,
I
or
think
on
I
the
was
truck.
waiting. I think I was waiting for Devin because her Farrah's still alive.
Nah, still rotate
Or is
through.
she not? Did you say
Oh,
that
I
she's
don't
still-
know. Yeah, still rotate through. I didn't see if she was alive. Let me look again.
Okay. Because
Nope,
I was
Goblin
just
kills
really
her.
scared. Oh, okay.
So it's Brig.
Yeah.
Who's alive still?
Brig, Hammond, and
Okay,
someone else.
We're
I
even.
think it's
There's
Hanzo.
only
No,
3
Hanzo's
of them, I
dead.
think.
Brig,
Yeah, it's three.
Hammond, and Sombra.
Sombra.
So we don't know where Sombra is, but you and
Okay, yeah. So I'd be safe.
yeah, you and Dano should be rotating together. But also, if you rotate in there, you're out of an open space into a closed space where Farrah is going to struggle to kill you, right? She can't just spam you. And there's a mini in there. And you're opening up the angle onto point to help your team and to do more damage.
2 ults. They have 2 ults.
Right? You're sitting here and like you're not really getting value out of it. Like good nade, but like right?
I get nothing else. I literally get nothing else.
Enemy, no. I'm on big.
Should one, should one.
I'm on the side, I'm on the side. I'm on the side, somewhere.
Okay, and I play on this.
Someone's out.
Are we
No.
good?
Hanzo won a main?
You should not be playing here.
No, I know I shouldn't. We talked about this after.
So where Dano is, play on those stairs. Then it gives you nice sightlines. You can rotate around to their high ground. You can drop down outward a point. Like it just
Oh shit.
play on those stairs. They're much better.
Enemy, no. I'm on big.
Gives you
Okay,
better
what are you on?
angles. I don't know, just better angle, better sightlines. Less dangerous. Like it's just better.
You want to meet my best friend?
Someone's out.
Sure.
You ready for him? You ready for him?
Oh, really?
Push too far, don't push too far.
This Hanzo's about to kill me.
Yeah.
This Hanzo, I swear to God, this Hanzo's. Farrah,
I need healing.
Farrah, no, no,
one.
Hanzo killed me.
Hanzo dead.
Oh my God,
Yeah, we
such a
Oh,
bot.
Hanzo's not dead. I'm not
Yeah,
bad.
we gotta get out.
Hanzo's won. How is he not dead?
Wait, what's community showcase?
I have no
I
idea
think
what
so.
that's. I was greedy.
Okay, I think it's a bot account.
Really?
Yeah, June 22nd, 2018.
Huh. Just like that again.
Hold on.
Are you viewer botting?
No,
As long as I don't get hacked, I should
I'm
be
just like wondering, like, you know, sometimes they do, like, they pick random streamers and like,
Looking over the
What if
roof.
I should dive the plat?
like, host them or whatever. I guess I don't know. I'm just curious, but no, it doesn't look like it.
Hey, do I die peeking this Hanzo?
In 3, 2,
Please tell me no.
Oh my God, you guys lost. I wasn't paying attention. I was like, oh yeah, you guys got this, but you fucking lost.
Oh yeah, hacked.
Okay, watch out for EMP, watch out for EMP.
I
Help!
can eat that.
I'm bringing us up, bring us up.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I need.
Can't believe you guys fucking lose
I
this.
have no armor. Come mercy, come mercy, come mercy. I'm on mercy,
Gosh,
mercy,
dude,
I'm
I'm
mercy,
forced
mercy,
to
mercy,
go
mercy,
far
mercy,
away.
mercy, mercy.
Taking that bitch.
Just did it.
I can kill it, bro.
3, 2, 1.
Dead.
Yes, Andrew. Yes.
Yeah, mercy, 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 mercy.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what would make, okay, so after the sleep, so you know what would make this better? If you jumped on top of the truck or went around it onto the stairs. Rather than just going through the valley of death.
But I mean, they're all dead.
I don't care, it's still better angles and it's good practice.
You're right.
And there's a Hammond, what do you mean?
What?
There's a Hammond, Devin came back, pushed him away.
Why is he still alive? Dude, the Hammond lives in our back line. I swear.
You guys are so lucky. Like,
Nah, this is 100% pure, unadulterated skill of them not hitting their shot. Get the mini! You cuck!
Asian.
I'm the ultimate
getting
cuck,
on you.
dude. DM me, smile, DM me, smile, DM me, smile.
Wait, did they use me?
Blue side, blue side.
Okay, that's the
I wanna punch you, break off the-
why are you...
I got you. Come back, come back. No, Dano, come.
DM me across.
Fucking, oh my god, okay, what are you guys doing?
DM me across, DM me across. Yes. Punch.
What we should be doing... What are we running? We're running Sombra Tracer. Okay, where are they positioned? Hold up. Okay, first of all, we don't know where they're positioned.
Blue side.
Nope.
Yeah, I wanna punch you, break off the-
Come back, I got you.
Oh, I mean,
Okay, so they're pressuring
their
Brig.
Yeah, and their Sombra translocated back to the coast.
Yeah, so Sombra's behind you, Brig's on Globe, Hanzo's on the back plateau, Farrah's probably
Farrah and
flying
Mercy
up,
in the air.
just
They're
flying
in the
up
air.
and by point, like it doesn't matter, right?
Ball's coming out of spawn.
So Danny and Devin collapse on Brig, that's fine, but you guys can open this angle up and try to protect it, help him. But Andrew needs to like, no, you guys should just be over there already, like.
Yeah, we shouldn't have come in through main.
Yeah.
We should just
So you
right
should
forward.
be on the right side. That way you can either go up and help Devin, or if like you need to rotate through main, then that's fine too. But the fact that you guys sit here and you're like doing nothing, and it's not even like you're trading out someone's attention. It's not even like there's 3 people's attention focused on one person. It's like
It's
3
just
of you
Brig.
focused. No, not even Break, Sombra. It's 3 of you focused on the potential threat of a maybe Hanzo shooting there or maybe Sombra being behind you.
This Hanzo's farming me all scrim. Okay, I'm scared.
He is shooting you, but like,
Yeah, he's not hitting me.
right? Like you don't know that he is, and Farrah and
I need help,
Mercy
yeah.
just flew back.
Yo, we can eat them, he's in top right.
Can you give me 2 sides? Can you feel the ball's going in? Ball's going in.
Hanzo, you storm arrow.
Dry fire. Out of the mines. Don't hit him.
What you guys should do is make sure that, yeah, good.
Die to the bombs. Yeah.
Well, no, that's not what I was gonna say. Is you should make sure there's enough bombs so Andrew can kill himself off of.
Oh, okay.
Cause baby.
Andrew will always find a way.
I'll wait to kill fire.
What, to stagger himself? You mean?
Yes. I'm gonna go for a C9 and there's like 3 on card and I'm like, Andrew.
That's the first time he's
please
done it in
no.
a while.
I know. We devoted too much time to this song.
She's one, I attacked
her.
Will we win this fight?
It's fine. Leave her there.
Okay. Alright.
Nice. Devoting 3 people's attention. I dig it.
Ball coming right side. Ball's right side.
Ball, come on.
It's just you.
Okay, wait, you wanna know a fun fact about these bushes?
Alright, hey, set up for
You know you can only shoot through like half of them?
Yeah.
I don't understand why.
Well, it's not even like half of them. It's just like the way their hitboxes are.
I don't understand.
Yeah, like their hitboxes are thicker than like the stem, but like you can shoot through some of the leaves, but only like half. Like they have a weird hitbox. They have a weird wide hitbox.
So, whack. How did Danny die? Oh, he probably got like direct. Yeah. You guys are also probably better off running
She doesn't throw Zen's like either.
a Genji here. Either Genji Sombra or Genji Tracer.
Go.
Whenever we're here, I'm
Kill their
gonna
Sombra.
I'm me and mate.
Yeah. You guys are better off doing that because that was an I remember watching this bomb like holy shit. But you guys are better off running Genji here because Brig is basically your dive target half the time, right? So you need that. It's not what you want, but like you need the extra burst damage from someone to follow up. So the way that we typically play it is like, you know, Sombra and Tracer are more independent. They're doing whatever. Tanks are controlling space. If Brig is a dive target, and also on this map it's a bit different, but like if Brig's a dive target, you need tanks and DPS. You need like Sombra and Tracer are gonna really struggle to solo kill Brig. Unless she's like hacked, but like she can break hack and like there's all sorts of shit, right? Even then, it's not the easiest thing to do to kill her. You can't get in like close enough, and then tanks are gonna struggle to solo kill her as well. So you guys need to work together on that. And Genji just does that better because Genji is typically better going with the tanks. Because of his shorter dash and less mobility than Sombra and Tracer. And then you guys can like chain together kills easier. And then you have Blade and shit. It's just yeah. Anyway, did you see this? Did you see this bomb?
Yes, it hit the top of the
Yeah,
thing.
and they.
Dano transes because he doesn't trust me to save him.
It's fine. Just don't group up. If they had EMP, which you guys are calling, so don't group up so much. And stack on, put 3 on point, and watch chokes and spy check. What time is it?
It's like 11. This is gonna be my last meeting.
1 o'clock, yeah.
I missed the sleep.
So like main's fine, sideline stuff as long as you have no threats. Andrew's in position to protect you guys, so even though they're running like Sombra Tracer or whatever they're running, then it's not a big deal. But you have to watch out for snipers, so Ash, Hanzo, Widow. But yeah. I don't know. If they're running bunker, just go main and fucking force point. Jeez.
Yeah.
I really hate when you guys like try to
run
right into them, and it's like no, just go. If we're running
Ghost is really good at forcing point.
If we're running go, it's just force point. If we're running dive from main, like you can fake them, or you can have flankers go right side, and then Devin and Diva fly from main, and then you've set your supports up decently well, and they can also put pressure on point. So you're getting good sight lines, you're taking point pressure, and you're getting multiple dive angles onto a comp that's traditionally weak against dive. Or you can exploit as dive, whatever. So, yeah. And I think we end this. Yeah. Cool. So, other stuff you want to talk about? Any comp specific stuff or win conditions or anything?
Nothing like super important on the top of my head.
Okay.
Oh, actually, when they run the fucking stupid ass Baptiste Lucio Keys comp, Do we play that? I don't know if we play that.
Wait, what?
This when they run the fucking Arissa Baptiste Lucio Bastion bullshit.
Did they run that?
I don't think they did, but in general, it normally takes us.
Just on what map?
No, either on like Eichenwald.
On defense?
Yeah.
Just run double spam or run Sombra Genji into it.
That's what we do. We normally go double spam, or
Like.
We can't actually just dive it.
Well, you can. You're just playing. You're not playing for the.
Yeah.
You're not hard committing. The first dive with Sombra Genji, especially against, like a Bastion bunker comp like that, like is a soft dive, and then you're putting pressure on point. Like, that's a thing that like I didn't really have to talk about, but kind of happened, and it's why we got better at Numbani, because like we would dive the back corner, but then we dropped a point. So we take space and create pressure and build alts, but we also take point pressure, and it was good. But like,
and then their soldier runs across the high ground on top of us,
and we just dive him again. But yeah, the first dive with Sombra Genji is typically like an alt building, space creating dive, just like a soft dive. Because against a comp like that, you're not playing to win off just straight dives. You're playing to win off like EMP.
Playing on alts.
You're playing on alts, right? Like, Sombra Genji is so fucking good. Just like there's so many different like alt combinations. Like, it's like
EMP bomb, EMP blade, EMP nano monkey,
nano blade,
nano monkey, nano blade,
bomb, primal.
Bomb primal.
Like there's so many combinations. Like, it's such a good comp.
Okay, dude. Nano Zen just one shots people in the head.
Exactly.
It's basic.
Nano Zen, you don't even need to use the defense vault. Then just use your trance to dive. GG, easy.
I mean, because I've nanoed Dano before.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's too terribly bad. I've never nanoed Sombra really. I don't think it's that reason, is it? Probably not.
I don't know.
How much damage does Sombra do?
I don't know. I don't have the stats on memorized. But if we're running Sombra Tracer Dive and for whatever reason you're playing Ana, Tracer is a perfectly viable target to Nano.
To Nano, yeah. For both, Danny and I have talked about that.
Yeah. Because I feel like someone said, or you or someone said Nano Devon or whatever. I don't remember. No, we were running we were running Hammond with it, and someone was like Nano Hammond. I'm like, but Tracer.
Yeah. Nano, you can Nano him or Tracer. Never. Yeah. What I've learned is never Nano Doomfist. No. Doomfist Sombra dive. Never Nano Doomfist.
No, never.
Sombra does 8 damage a bullet and 20 rounds per second.
Yeah.
In theory, that's 160 rounds or 160 damage per second, which means that it would be 240.
She also has a massive clip.
Yeah.
Right.
Big clip.
Again, Sombra puts out so much fucking damage. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. So yeah, that's actually not bad.
She's basically a tank shredder if you give her nano, especially.
Yeah.
So if it's like smaller targets, give it to Tracer or Winston. But like if you guys are playing against like if it's like there's only D.Va and Winston, if you guys are playing against like a dive comp and it's like only D.Va and Winston left, you can give it to Sombra. And she'll just probably shred them.
D.Va's also a good. There's just dude, in Genji Sombra dive like everyone's a fucking.
Yeah, it's a great comp. It's just all around an amazing comp, and it like works well into transition. Like, you want to be more anti-goats? Okay, swap Genji for Pharah. That's all you have to do.
That's all you have to do.
Right?
They can't do anything at that point.
You want to play more counter dive, or there's a ball harassing your backline a lot? Just change your playstyle. Like, it's a great comp.
Play defensive Sombra, hack the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Just ball dead.
Change to a 3-3 squad. supports, Sombra protects supports. Your other dive TPS dives with your tanks. You got a 3-man dive. And then D.Va doesn't have to protect them against the ball. They just kill the ball. And D.Va dives and protects Monkey. Like,
By the way, Nano Dynamite is insane.
yeah. Yeah,
Nano Dynamite is stupid.
it is. There's a lot of stupid things in this game.
Imagine doing freaking 75 damage and then 100 off a burn, and the 100 becomes 150, and the Dynamite becomes like 112 or whatever.
Alright. So no more questions or anything? You good?
No, I'm good. Thanks for the review, man.
No problem. Stuff that helped, yeah? It helped?
Yeah, it helped.
Okay, good.
I wrote a lot of it down.
Okay. It should be recorded on my Twitch if you need to go over it again. But yeah, message me if you have any more questions or anything you want to talk about.
Forgot my name's Max Mara in this Discord.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Night.
Good night, stream.